Hi everyone and welcome back to the FPL Family YouTube channel. I'm Sam and today it is Tuesday. It is Jammy Pick time. Now of course this week Jammy Pick will be influenced by what happens in the Europa League. So I've tried to pick out some players who won't be affected this time around, and we are going to have 3 Jammy Picks to look at, and then from those I will pick the one that I think is going to be the highest scoring. Remember that the Jammy Pick is the differential of the week, the player under 5% owned that I think will boost up your mini leagues and will help you get those all important green arrows. So we have 3 to look at this week: Raul Jimenez from Wolves, Ollie Watkins from Aston Villa, and Chris Wood from Burnley. So let's start with Jimenez then. He is under 5% owned, just 4.8% ownership, going to cost you 7.5 million, and of course plays Newcastle in game week 7. He got a goal versus Southampton in game week 6, his first one back from that difficult injury that he had obviously last season, and it was so lovely, wasn't it, to see him back in the goals and to see him back doing what we all know Jimenez is really good at. He was 4th for BPS amongst forwards in game week 6, had an XG of 1.18, XA of 1.08, and XGI of 2.96. So his stats over the course of the season so far have looked really, really good. He's also managed 268 touches so far this season. 187 of those have come within the opponent's half and 123 of them in the final third. Couple that with the fact that he's had 38 touches in the penalty area, and he looks good for improving on and continuing with his run of form that he had going into game week 6. Looks like he's still going to get plenty of opportunities to score goals. Newcastle, who he faces this time around, have the second worst shots conceded in the Premier League so far with 108. 35 of those that they have conceded have been on target. And of course Jimenez did score against Newcastle before his injury last season in game week 6. It was a 1-1 draw. They nearly always are 1-1 draws, and he got that goal and the 3 bonus points. So I think Jimenez could be a really nice option. If you want to go more differential than that, Chris Wood at Burnley, 1.5% owned, going to cost you 6.8 million. Plays against Norwich this time around. Burnley have managed 73 attempts so far this season, including 10 big chances. On the reverse side of that, Norwich have conceded 97 shots, 31 of those on target, 66 of them from inside the box, which is the 4th worst in the league. They've also conceded 16 goals, which is the most in the league. I think that it looks like it's going to be an interesting game because actually Burnley's defensive record isn't that great either. So they're probably going to rely on their attacking players, both Burnley's Wood and of course Norwich's Pukki, looking to be decent options, but Pukki is owned by over 5% of the game now. 95 touches in the final third for Chris Wood so far this season, an XG of 1.86 and an XGI of 2.0. 12 goal attempts so far for him and 3 big chances. And then the final option that I have for you is Ollie Watkins, 1.5% owned, going to cost you 7.3 million, and plays against Spurs in game week 7. Now, of course, normally I wouldn't pick a player playing against my own team. However, Spurs have been woeful. Watkins has managed 10 attempts so far this season in just 4 appearances, has played 2 games less than the majority of the forwards in the game. 6 of those 10 have been on target and he has had 2 big chances. Also had 19 penalty area touches. Again, when you consider the minutes he's had, that's a decent number going into this game against Tottenham. Spurs have conceded 9 goals in the last 3 game weeks, and in fact if you look across all competitions they've conceded 13 goals in the last 5 matches. 102 shots conceded, which is the 3rd worst in the league, and Ollie Watkins got a goal and 3 bonus points against Spurs in game week 37 last year. The stats look promising for Ollie Watkins. In fact, they look promising for all 3 of these options, and I think any of them could be a good option going into game week 7. But for me, because of what we've seen over the last couple of game weeks, and because Jimenez often has a bit of a ceiling in terms of the number of goals he saw, even pre-injury, we used to see Jimenez get a goal here, a goal here, a goal here, never really hauling. Chris Wood, we know, has it in him to haul, but the defences for both of those sides are terrible, so it could be quite end-to-end stuff there. So I'm going to go with Ollie Watkins against Spurs. I do think his record against Spurs is good. Spurs being linked with him actually in January. I can't see why Aston Villa would ever want to let him go. I haven't really seen the best of Ollie Watkins just yet this season, but the underlying stats look promising, and against that terribly weak Spurs defence right now, he could have a really good game week. So my jammy pick for game week 7 is Ollie Watkins against my boys Spurs, and I'll of course be in the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to see it if he does really well. What do you think? Do you agree with me? Is Ollie Watkins the best jammy pick for game week 7? Leave me a comment below with who you think is the best jammy pick of this week. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, and if you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button. I will be back on Thursday with my top points picks for the game week, and Lee and I will be back on Sunday, as always, with our next live stream. Thanks, guys.